Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 2 10 2 10 5 2. Mic check on live stream. Check. Good afternoon and welcome to Southwestern Christian University, home of the Eagles, men's and ladies team. Today, the Eagles will be taking on Central Christian Tigers. The Lady Tigers are 1-24 on the season and 0-17 in the conference play, while Southwestern Eagles are 10-14 on the season, 5-12 in SAC play. The Eagles were defeated Thursday night at Oklahoma City University. Played them a good game. The Oklahoma City University team is ranked, and the Eagles went down to defeat by 11 points, but gave them a heck of a game. So we're expecting a good game here this afternoon with both guys and ladies. Guys game will tip off around 5 o'clock, and would love to come see you here in the gym, as the Eagles could use some support here this afternoon. And looking forward to games. I'm Danny Nix. I will be bringing you the play-by-play. Steve Davis, who normally does the color, he's a MIA today. For some reason, his wife wanted to see him. He had to go home to Texas. So, Steve, you're missed. Man, I can't make a bet that I can win unless I bet myself. Of course, I haven't been paid for any of those that you owe me yet anyway. So, let's see, I think he owes me a steak. He owes me a drink. He owes me a pizza. So, Steve, hurry up and get home. I'm getting hungry. All right. We will be back here. Tip-off is about 6 minutes away. We'll be back here in just a few minutes to bring you the preview of the game. Just basically checking all of our technology here and making sure it's working, and we seem to be up and running. So we'll be back here in just a little bit for pregame activities. Lady Eagles will be in the light gray uniforms, trimmed in blue. They'll be going right to left, while your Central Christian Tiger ladies will be in the royal blue uniforms, trimmed in yellow. Eagles, coached by Coach Mark Arthur, assistant coaches Jared Black and Kylie Severin. And the Tigers, Mark Golden is the coach, assistant coach Libby Brooks. Eagles, of course, led by Eliora Johnson, who's been named the NAIA Player of the Week nationally 4 different times now. As Johnson has had 4 games, I believe, with over 20 rebounds, which is just unbelievable. So she's quite the ball player. Talked to her the other day and said, it looks like the NBA is going to be recruiting you. And she just kind of smiled and laughed. And it'll be interesting to see where her career takes her. She was talking like she may go overseas and play some ball over there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, we're going to take the game down to the floor to the PA announcer, Ron Drake, and he's going to do the opening ceremonies and the bring you the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pickens Spring Gymnasium, home of the SCU Eagles. For this afternoon's contest, if you would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 10, 2, 10, 5, 2. Mic check on live stream. Check.
Today's visiting team is Central Christian, and here is their starters. Starting at forward, number 10, Cassidy Forsberg. At guard, number 12, Madison Regier. At guard, number 14, Abby Banks. At guard, number 32, Holly Golden. And at forward, number 33, Chloe Mefford. And now the lineup for your Lady Eagles, starting at guard, number 1, Kylie Vestal. At forward, number 2, Eliora Big E Johnson. At guard, number 11, Amy Tully. At guard, number 14, Carly Freidmeyer. And at forward, number 22, Mackenzie McCann. Your Lady Eagles coached by Mark Arthur, assisted by Jared Black and Kylie Severin.
So we're ready for some basketball this afternoon. Both teams finishing up with their respective coaches. Johnson will be jumping for the Eagles. Lady Tigers are out on the floor. Looks like number 10, Cassidy Forsberg, will be jumping. I would say keep an eye on number 14. Banks, just watching her shoot before the game. She was pretty good from the three-point line. All right, we're ready. Ball is in the air, and the Lady Tigers come away with it. It will be Abby Branks who brings the ball up. Passes ball, driving into the paint is Reiger, misses her shot. Johnson comes away with it for the Eagles. Hands it to Vestal. Vestal brings the ball up. Kicks it back to Freimeyer. Freimeyer to Johnson. Hands the ball to Tully. She's going to dribble all the way in and make a left-hand layup. Good job by Tully to beat her defender around the corner and score on it. Shot put up and missed. And back comes Tully, and she scores again. As Golden missed that shot for the Tigers. Eagles are putting on token full court pressure. Long three put up and buried by Banks. Like I told you, she looked to be pretty good behind that three-point line, and she buried that one. Vestal comes across half-court line. Passes it to Johnson over the far side to Freimeyer. Freimeyer was going to shoot a three, thought better of it. Dribbles in, makes a pass into Jantz, and Jantz gets fouled as she was going up from a shot. That shot's going to be on Forsberg. That's her first foul of the game. Eagles with an early 5-3 lead. (6-3) now as she hit both free throws. Jans did. Double team on Goldberg, nearly stolen by Johnson, just enough that Tully comes away with the ball for the Eagles. Back comes Freimeyer, going to dribble into the paint, goes all the way in, loses control though, taken away by the Tigers. Goldberg dribbles in on Vestal, then pulls up, kicks it back out front. Banks with it. Eight on the shot clock. We're going to have a foul call. That's going to be on Jans. Her first foul of the game. They'll be on the floor.
Number 22, Jans. Her first personal. First team foul.
Tigers inbounded underneath their own basket. Shot put up well short. Johnson comes away with the ball for the Eagles. As Forsberg missed it. Cross-court pat for the Eagles. Now Tully steps in from the three-point line, puts up a shot. That was well short. And Johnson for the Eagles is going to grab the rebound. Johnson's third rebound already on the game. Freimeyer up top to Tully. Tully finds Johnson wide open on a great backdoor cut. Missed the shot, but she was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on Forsberg. That's her second foul.
Second team foul. At the line shooting two, Johnson.
So Johnson's to the line. Shoots her first shot. It falls in. Hung on the rim for the second and dropped in. Checking into the game for the Tigers is Cook, freshman from Killeen, Texas, Ellison High School. Johnson gets ready for her second shot. It's in the air, and that is no good. And Cook grabs a rebound for the Tigers. They head back the other direction. Banks with the ball. Vestal on her. Cook hands it over to Mefford. She drives in, throws it back outside. Now Banks wanted to let loose a three, but Vestal got onto her too quick, and now she lets the long one go, and it's an air ball going to be out of bounds and belong to the Eagles. Vestal coming up court for the Eagles. Banks on her. Sorry, that's Rager on her. Tully dribbles into the paint, finds Johnson just outside the paint. Johnson drives in, puts up a shot, and buries it. So Johnson now with 3 points on the game and 4 rebounds. With 6:17 left in the first quarter. Pass down court, nearly stolen by Johnson. It's going to go off her and out of bounds. As the pass to Mefford was telegraphed probably just a little too good. Tigers inbounding the ball. Golden out front to Banks. Banks with Freimeyer on her. Pass over to Rager. Cross-court pass should have been stolen. Just in and out of her hands was Tully. And Tigers score on it. 9-5 Eagles lead. 5:43 left here in the first quarter. Vestal dribbles into the paint, pulls up, shoots. Going to be well short, but Johnson grabs it, puts up a shot. She was too far underneath and hit the bottom of the rim. Back comes the Tigers with the ball. Banks over to Golden. Golden's going to go in, kicks it out. Pass inside now to Mefford. She turns no good. But Johnson grabs her 5th rebound. She's going to head up court. Johnson to Vestal. To Tully, back to Johnson. Johnson, nice move inside. Puts up a shot hard off the back rim. Banks comes away with the ball and the rebound. Freimeyer on her. She dribbles into the paint. Makes a nice little pass back to Mefford, but she missed the shot as it hit the back rim and came out. Eagles got the rebound. Back they come. Freimeyer goes in. She's going to get fouled. See who they call that foul on. I believe they're going to call that on Cook. That'll be her first foul of the game.
First person. 13 foul. Headline shooting 2, Freimeyer.
Freimeyer's shot is up and good. Eagles checking in as Judkins and Morley, number 23. And number 21, Lakin Johnson. 10-5 lead for the Eagles, 4:37 left in the first quarter. Ball is going to go out of bounds as Central missed a shot from inside. And as Mefford was trying to grab the rebound, it went out of bounds off of her. Judkins now bringing the ball up for the Eagles. As Rieger's on her, she gets it to Johnson here on the near wing. Back to Morley, over to Judkins on the far wing. Judkins cross court. Freimeyer, she pulls up, her shot gets blocked. Going to go out of bounds and belong to the Eagles. Judkins will inbound the ball for the Eagles. Looking for somebody to throw to. Finally finds Freimeyer. She's going to let loose a long three, and she buries it. 13-5 Eagle lead. Double team, ball nearly stolen, and finally is, and up court comes Lakin Johnson, but she walked. She was so wide open, she stopped. And should have just kept going for the layup, but she stopped, and then as she realized how open she was, she made another step before getting the shot off. Tigers back on the attack. Golden in the corner makes a pass into Cook. Her shot's blocked by Johnson and go out of bounds. Belong to the Tigers. Johnson's dominating this game so far with her rebounds and physical presence on the inside. Pass inside to Cook. Johnson's blocks that one out of bounds. Tigers inbounds it. Up top to Reiger, down to Banks. And we're going to have a shot clock violation on the Tigers as they didn't get the shot off in the allotted 30-second time. Here comes the Eagles with the ball. Judkins brings it up against Banks. Over to Freimeyer. Freimeyer to Lakin Johnson. Inside to Morley. Back to Elioria Johnson. And we're going to have a walking on her, and it's going to go back the other direction. Banks brings the ball up for the Tigers. Freimeyer on her. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. And then we're going to have a foul called. That's going to be on Freimeyer, and that will send Banks to the line to shoot two. So far, Central Christian Tigers only shooting 2 of 11 for 18%. The Eagles are 4 of 10. Nobody tearing it up here for 40%. Banks makes her first free throw. Second was up, and she makes it, so it's 13-7 Eagle lead. Judkins, Reiger on her. Goes around a pick, set by Johnson. Looks to Johnson, but she was covered. Finally, Lakin Johnson from a three from way outside, and she scores it. Eagle three ball. Ball stolen away. Good job by the Eagles on defense. Morley comes back with it. Gets it to Freimeyer. Freimeyer going to dribble all the way in. Throws up a left-hand shot. No good. Johnson grabs a rebound. Misses her shot. And Reiger takes the ball away for the Tigers, and they head back up the other direction. And we're going to have walking called on Golden as she took an extra step as she headed toward the basket. Tigers coming into the game, number 11, Hearn from Burleson, Texas. She checks into the game, and also number 33 is back in the game. Mefford's back into the game for the Tigers. Judkins pass into Johnson. Johnson spins, turns and shoots. Left it just a little bit short. Back comes Banks. Freimeyer picks her up at the three-point line. Pass inside, nearly got away. Turning a shot, goes in and out, no good. As Medford missed that shot, Johnson comes back and scores for the Eagles. Eliora with a nice move down the paint. Banks, cross-court pass, long three put up. That's going to be short. Judkins on the rebound for the Eagles. Brings it back up court, finds Morley over in the far corner. Back into Judkins. Judkins drives in, shoots, and she scores, and she is fouled. That foul's going to be on Rieger. That'll be her first foul. 14th foul. We're going to have a timeout at the 1:12 mark. Eagles up on top, 20-7. Would love to give you some scoring numbers, but for some reason the site today where we pull the data down on statistics acting a little different, and not giving us all the information like it normally does. At least that's what's happening on my computer. I do know Johnson has 8 rebounds, and there it refreshes, and okay, now I can do a little better with this. Johnson with 8 rebounds, Eliori Johnson with 8 rebounds and 5 points is leading the way for the Eagles. And Banks with 5 points for the Tigers. Junkins on the free throw line makes a free throw, so that's her 3rd point. And Vestal's going to check right back in for her. So 21-7, a minute 12 left here in the first quarter. Good quarter by the Lady Eagles. Hearn passes into Cook, and then back outside to number 32, Golden, who missed a 3-point shot. Here comes the Eagles. Vestal wide open for a 3, left it well short. Out of bounds, going to belong to the Tigers. Coach Arthur telling her drive, said you're wide open, had everything open. Banks for the Tigers. Goes into the paint, goes all the way, throws up a left-hand shot. No good. Johnson with her 9th rebound here in the first quarter. Tully drives into the paint for the Eagles, finds Johnson wide open, misses her shot, grabs her own rebound, throws it up again, misses it. And Cook comes away with the rebound for the Tigers. Banks kicks it over to Golden. Golden drives the baseline, throws up a shot, and makes it. 7 seconds left here in the first quarter, and that's going to be the end of your first quarter. Vestal goes across half-court line, throws up a long shot, just misses, but it wouldn't have counted. End of your first quarter, the Lady Eagles up 21-9. Give you some stats real quick. Eliora Johnson leading the way for the Eagles. Unbelievable first quarter. 11 rebounds and 5 points. Followed by 4 points by Amy Tully, 4 by Freimeyer, 3 by Lakin Johnson, and 3 by Brooklyn Junkins, and 2 by Mackenzie Jantz. For the Tigers, Abby Banks with 5 points so far on the game. 4 by Holly Godin, and so we've got two girls for the Tigers that have scored. Leading rebound is Reiger for the Tigers with 4. Eagles are shooting 7-19 for 36%, while Central Christian is 3 of 16 for 18%. Behind the 3-point line, the Eagles are 2 of 3 for 66, and the Tigers are 1 of 4 for 25%. Bench scoring in favor of the Eagles, 10-0. Points in the paint, the Eagles are up there 10-4. Second chance points, 1 for the Eagles, 0 for the Tigers. Points off turnovers, 2 by the Tigers, 0 for the Eagles, and we're back to action as Vestal goes across half-court line, hands it to Morley. Morley pass inside. Nice pass by Vestal to find a wide-open Johnson as she scores her 7th point. Banks kicks it over to Rieger. Now inside to Cook. Back to Rieger. Rieger steps in, throws up shots. Short. Johnson grabs a rebound for her 12th rebound. Finds Vestal wide open on the far side. Vestal makes a nice pass into Morley, who was cutting, and she gets fouled. Her first. By Tully. Shot put up by Cook, no good. Johnson with her 13th rebound on the game. Back comes Vestal. She drives all the way in, shoots and scores. Good job of splitting the defense on the baseline and got herself wide open. Golden, far corner, dribbles in. Morley pokes it out. Golden runs it down, long three. That's going to be an air ball put up by Hearn. Nowhere close, goes out of bounds. Going to belong to the Eagles. Into the game for the Tigers comes Abigail Anderson. She's a freshman from Ringwood, Oklahoma. 5'8" guard. Vestal. Across half court. Anderson on her. Gets it to Jantz, into Johnson. Johnson spins, goes around Cooks. Throws up shot, no good as it hit off the bottom of the backboard. She wanted a foul but didn't get it. Back comes Hearn to Banks, to Golden. Shot put up short by Hearn. Jans comes down with the rebound for the Eagles, hands it to Vestal. Up court to Tully, 2-on-2. Back into Tully. Tully spins, throws up a shot, and that's good. Tully's having a great game here. That's her 6 point. And she's 3 or 4 on the game so far. Golden dribbles in, runs over Jans, and they're going to call Golden for walking. Forsberg checks back into the game for Cook. Carly Richardson was in the game for the Eagles, and she's being replaced by Freimeyer. Vestal gets it to Eliora Johnson. Back to Ellie, to Vestal. Vestal to Freimeyer. Freimeyer goes around to pick, set by Johnson. Tried to make a nifty pass to Morley, but it was nearly intercepted. Then a shot put up by Tully was missed. Back come the Tigers. Pass inside. Got away from Forsberg. Back comes Freimeyer for the Eagles. To Jantz. Jantz goes in, lays up a shot, no good. Ball rebounded by the Tigers. Forsberg grabbed it, now hands it to Banks. Far side to Anderson, back up to the wing. Inside now to Forsberg. She spins, kicks it out. We're going to have a 3-second call on Forsberg as she stayed in the lane after passing it back out. And that'll get you 3 seconds staying in there like that. 27-9, 6:40 left here in the second quarter. Vestal to Johnson to Tully to Vestal on the far wing. Looks underneath, now kicks it to Freimeyer, who's wide open, lets loose a three, and she buries it. Freimeyer now with 7 points on the game. Golden with the shot, no good. Tully comes down with that rebound. She quickly heads back up court, 3-2, 3-on-2, kicks it to Freimeyer. She lets loose another three, just in and out. That should have stayed in. Banks on the rebound for the Tigers. Back up court she heads. Pass inside to Forsberg. She spins. We're going to have a foul call. That's going to go on Johnson. Eliora Johnson with her first foul of the game. First team foul. Game's moving right along here. 5:51 left in the second period. Not that many fouls called on the game. Pass inside, stolen by Johnson. As Hearn was trying to make a in the paint pass from underneath, and Tully with the ball dribbles, shoots up and makes a long 3-point shot. Banks goes in, and we're going to have a foul called on Vestal as she put her hand out for a hand check. That is right, but that was on Banks, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Vestal with her first foul, second team foul. First shot's in the air, and that is good. Banks with her 6th point on the game. Second one in the air. That one's no good. Johnson comes down with her 14th rebound. She keeps going. She's going to have 20 in the first half. Tully missed a point-blank shot as she had the left side of the lane open up for her and just couldn't get it to go. Tigers back on the attack. Hearn dribbles in. Her shot blocked by Johnson. That's her third block at least. Tully goes in, puts up a shot hard off the rim. Forsberg with her third rebound on the game. Long three put up and good that time by Anderson from way out. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Tigers as Coach Golden wants to talk to the girls. 4:43 left here in the second quarter. Eagles are up by 20 points, 33-13. Coach is giving out their final instructions. The girls are back out on the court. It'll be Eagles ball as the Tigers are going to apply some full court pressure here. Vestal inbounds it. She gets double team back to Freimeyer. Up to Tully. She goes across half court line to Johnson. Johnson had chance open, missed her, put up a shot, missed, grabbed her own rebound, missed, and ball's on the floor. Now we're going to have a fight. We're going to have a jump ball. And the ball's going to belong to the Tigers. Tully on her, kicks it over to Banks, and it's going to go out of bounds. And they gave it to the Tigers on that. Actually, I think went off of Banks, but you know, what difference does it make at this point? Banks with the inbounds pass. Kicks it over to Anderson, missed her three-point shot. Johnson grabs the rebound, misses. Got stolen from her, and then she grabs another rebound. That'll get her up to 16 or 17. Shot put up by Tully, she buries it. Banks puts up a three, and she rolls her in. Got Vestal on her back heels, and Vestal backed up, and Banks just took a step back and buried that three. Pass over to Jans from Tully, and she scores that. 37-16, 3:24 left here. Banks. Pass inside to Forsberg, puts up a shot, no good. And you'll never guess who got the rebound for 18th, Johnson. Johnson to Vestal to Freimeyer. Freimeyer goes in, throws up a left-hand shot, no good. Forsberg with the rebound. Kicks it over to Banks. Banks has the ball, pass inside to Medford. Kicks it back out to Golden. Golden dribbles across, hands it to Anderson, and Anderson buries her second three. Freimeyer across half court. 3-on-2. She dribbles in, throws up shot, no good. Morley with the rebound. Back to Lincoln Johnson, and she's going to bury her own three. Banks back across half court. Kicks it inside. Pass, a shot put up by Medford, no good. Back come the Eagles. Pass inside. Tully, his block taken away from her. Anderson with another long three. That one's no good. Judkins with the rebounds for the Eagles. Judkins. Pass over to Morley, and she's going to bury her own three. Everybody's getting the act today. 45-19, a minute 5 left here in the second quarter. Pass inside, nearly stolen by Tully. Kick back out to Anderson. She'll let loose another three. That one's no good. Hard off the rim, and we got Junkins with a rebound and foul by Reiger on her. That'll be her second.
Number 12, Lahir, her second personal. Second team foul.
It's only the second team foul for the Tigers. Eagles only have 2. Carly Richardson's back into the game for the Eagles. Inbounds it. Morley with another 3, just short on that one. And that's going to go out of bounds off the shot and belong to the Tigers. Eagles shooting 17 of 39 for 43%, while the Central Christian Tigers are 6 of 31 for 19%. Foul going to be called on Richardson as
Number 31, Richardson, her first personal.
Anderson was going around her and making a move to the basket. Sorry, that wasn't Anderson. That was Golden going around her to make a move to the basket. Pass inside to Golden. She misses a shot. Goes out to Banks. Banks will put up a 3 and she buries it. 12 points now for Banks. The girls smile at each other. They knew that was a missed opportunity, but it'll belong to the Eagles as Junkins inbounds it to Lincoln Johnson. Back up top to Fry. Johnson making a strong move to the basket. She's going to get fouled. Medford with second personal foul. She picked up 2 quick ones. So Lincoln Johnson at the line, shooting 2 for the Eagles with 0.9 seconds left. First one's in the air. Good. So Johnson, 7 points now. Strong showing off the bench. Gets ready for her second one. And that one's good. And that's going to be your halftime score as the Eagles are up on top, 47 to 22. Going to let our stats refresh, and we'll give you some halftime statistics here. Eagles, 17 of 41 for 41%. Field goal shooting from behind the three-point line, they were 6 of 9 for 66%. Free throw-wise, they were 6 of 10 for 60%. Eagles with 27 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds, 3 blocks, and a total of 5 team fouls. Eagles were led in scoring by Amy Tully with 11 points. Carly Freimeyer had 9 points. Lincoln Johnson had 8 points. Eliora Johnson with 7 points. 4 by Mackenzie Chance, 3 by Kenna Morley, and 3 by Brooklyn Junkins, 2 by Kylie Vestal. Leading free throw line. After her, there was 6. The Tigers shot 7 of 33 for 4 from the free throw line for 75%. They had 18 rebounds, points in the paint. Break here of about 10 minutes, and we will bring you half action. All right, as we get ready for second half action, both teams are back out on the floor. And coaches are talking to the girls here with about 56 seconds left. Score here at halftime, the Lady Eagles are up 47-22 over the Central Christian Tigers. Glad you've joined us from Southwestern Christian University, home of the men's and ladies Eagles teams. So we're located in Bethany, Oklahoma on Northwest 39th between Rockwell and Council. Just to remind you, the Lady Eagles are in the gray uniforms trimmed in blue, while the Tigers are in the royal blue uniforms trimmed in yellow. And the Eagles will have the ball to begin the second half here. And we are back to action as the whistle blows. Vestal, same starting five for the Eagles. Vestal, Jans, Freimeyer, Eliori Johnson, and Tully. Tully drives in, throws